We are honored to have our councillor for the Ward 152, which is where we are stationed, Ndate Francis. And we've been having some engagements with some of the leadership for the community. I've noticed I might have missed some. If I have, greeting all the community leaders, including those that have voted, Mega History, Ndate Kilo, Ndate Kolo, and our host as well. Greetings to you. Then the community at large that is here, that are youth and adult, we are greeting you for this. Then we've got also various operating divisions of transit that are within the hall. Greetings, colleagues. Then we've got some media representatives as well that are making us shy today, that we are going to be appearing in public. Mostly, this is your month, this is your day, the youth of Ward 52. And whoever else that has a crush, that is part of the youth, we are greeting you for this. If I were just to take you through why we are here, as Transnet, we've been sent to represent the organization with the ODs that I've made mention of, but with Transit Engineering being the host to this event within the Tshwane area, which is where we are operating. Then as Transnet, we are embarking in a campaign whereby we are wishing to be in full engagement with the local communities where we are operating, so that we fit like a hand in a glove in whatever that we are doing, so that we can have an element of openness. The community leaders might have whispered to you that there had been engagements. Some were pleasant engagements, and there were some engagements that had taken place whereby I saw the knees and the feet going up, and some singing as well. But such has led to us being able to engage with one another, and such has given birth to the idea that we get to be here, meet here, and get to share information as well. That seed that was planted was also planted throughout the country where Transit Engineering is operating. That included areas like your Bloemfonteins, your Germiston, your UTA, your Durban, and Cape Town. But the seed was planted here in Tshwane, 152, which I think we need to bear that. I heard the Metanzi saying we are supposed to be the youth. But the youth that I'm seeing here today is more like grannies and oppas. Why are you like this? This is your man. And this day today is entirely dedicated to you. I'm not too sure whether you understand what led us to have the Youth Month, which is June. So there's the Youth Day, which is June 16th. I'm not really going to go deep into that, but those that still do not have understanding, I'm requesting we go back and research that. And when I see you on the streets, I'll be asking you that question. I've memorized all of this, so I'll see. So, because of what the youth of 1976 did, which was voicing out what they believed on, and whatever that was their disbelief, it led to the youth being courageous, being bold, being able to stand up, which is what Transnet now is trying to plant. That the youth of this generation, current generation, youth of today, gets to also renew that commitment. That you as a youth, you need to be bold. You need to stand up. But in all that, you need to be knowledgeable. You also need to be skilled. And that takes us to the theme for this current month that we are celebrating of 2025, which is skills for change in the world. By empowering youth for meaningful economic participation. And I believe that's exactly the journey that we are embarking on and we are carrying on as of today. So Transnet, with the community leadership, has agreed that there need to be awareness so that the youth of this local community gets to be aware of the opportunities that are out there, especially in Transnet, different divisions, and different departments within Transnet as well. And that, if you've heard Mezod when she was here, together with a guy that had some headphones and fancy microphones, they spoke about the demonstrations of today are mostly digital. And I've heard most youth talking about 4IR, AI. I hope you know what those are. And somebody can share that after the session as well with me so that I will further understand, because I wish to understand. So that means whatever information that is out there will reach it through the click of a button, which is what is going to be demonstrated today. Then to do such demonstrations, to do some teachings and lessons, we've got colleagues and teams that we are with that are going to be taking us through it. We've got people management. Sure. They used to be called human resources. Yeah, but now they are saying they are not managing resources. They are managing people. So in that regard, they are here to share with us some guidance on how do we go about in checking the jobs and practices within Transnet. When we talk of Transnet in this regard, we are talking about Transnet as a whole, not just Transnet here or Transnet property here in Woodsport or in town, but Transnet as a whole throughout the country, so that we can see job opportunities that are there and be able to apply, so that you get an opportunity as well to grow yourself. Then we've got supply chain management team, which is looking at the youth, so as the community members that are wishing to register businesses, as well as having businesses that are also wishing to take business opportunities within Transnet and be able to be suppliers and service providers. We've got Transnet Academy as well. The colleagues that are taking us through the learning, the development, the training of apprentices, they will also share with us the available opportunities in terms of vessels. And then the graduates in training, so as the engineering training. That is part of the development activities that are taking place within Transnet. Lastly, we've got Transnet property as well, that is going to be sharing some information with us in terms of how do we go about if we are wishing to lease some property that belongs to Transnet that we wish to use for community spaces, we also wish to use for business spaces. So that will take us through that process so that we are aware of what's happening in that front. All these teams will do the demonstrations, as it has been explained. After the demonstrations and presentations, there will be some colleagues that will be on the outside, where there will be some sort of an expo that will be taking place. So that if any of us has got follow questions, they can approach those bodies for further engagement and further questions, so that when Transnet gives here this afternoon, at least our questions are answered. We are also clear of how do we go about to further our interest. Just a plea, colleagues, to all of us, especially we the youth, let us really take this opportunity, engage with the teams, take advantage of this opportunity, as it might change your life from now onwards, if you really take it serious and you follow through. And I hope all of you will enjoy the sessions and will have to learn something fruitful today. And I wish you take care.
Thank you, Babna Mase. Did you guys hear? Did you guys listen? Nimame, Nimsui? Nimsui? Nganbus? Who's to take? The guys at the back, did you hear about Damas? Ute EHIN, babies were in. Okay, you guys are listening. Thank you so much. Now we'll get our response from the councillor. Are you ready?
Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here today. As a kid, I grew up at Bulibuli. My father was involved with railway line there, and at the home when I arrived there, only my eyes was white, otherwise my whole the body was black. It was playing there. So it was part of my life, Transnet. After school, I started working before I went for my military training, Transnet. So Transnet is part of me. And so I'm so glad that we can be here today to speak on the opportunities that you have for the community. The lady opened with prayer, but there's in Psalm 127, there's a verse saying, it is in vain for you to rise up early to take rest alone, to eat the bread of toil, for he is a blessing to the beloved and sleep. Behold, children are heritage from the Lord. So sometimes we work very hard, but there's nothing gained. So we come across a company with the name of Transnet that will assist us to exploit, and therefore we're so grateful. So, excellent for doing the thanks. I just say the service that Transnet is having, it's history with Transnet all the years, our life. So thank you, Transnet, to be here today. The opportunities for the youth, you heard that they can go and do some articles or what they call apprenticeship, and then qualify as technical people. So that opportunity is so good. We have a dream, actually I think I have a dream, that these buildings that are standing around in Tshwane, especially here in this Ward 52, that we can use to get people to start some small business there. You know, if you go to Japan, they say 40% of Japan industry is in the backyard. So why can't we start in small businesses, in big buildings that is around, which is empty? So I think that we will communicate with Transnet that they can assist us with that. That's my dream. After my studies, I went to the University of Limpopo teaching, and there I saw that there was also a need for people to be educated, to help them. So we started the first black business school. it's time that we can do something locally, that we can help our local people with getting some job opportunities by starting a small business. Really, it's our responsibility. At Centurion, there was a small company called Centurion Business Center, and we have in Tshwane, we have TIDA. This is also using and developing job opportunities. But I think if we have to go down to the ground, then we can, like Translate, assist people to do their own business, to do their own activities, to put bread on the table. So I think that is very important. I thank you for the different platforms that Translate will help us to start to have people by creating small jobs for our people involved at the moment. We are busy with this project, and we can get some people to assist to work there. So, Chair, thank you very much for the opportunity, and we wish you well for the day. Also, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Councillor Smith. So, Transnet is your home? Yeah. So, whenever you want to come back there and miss home, just come. Just take a walking spot. Thank you, Councillor Smith. Thank you. That was Councillor Smith. Up next, we're going to start with people's management. Liberty HR. Can I just check if you guys are awake? Nikona? Yes. Is there? Who am I? I'm just checking, guys. I know we are cold. It's very, very cold today. There's a cold front. I'm just checking if people are listening. You are here because we are here for you, the community, the youth. We are here for you. So right now, we're going to call people management. Liberty.
Good morning, everyone. We are happy that you are here. What we're going to do is to assist you to get to the system and get to check all the vacancies that are available. So because we need to work again. When we get to school, we have a channel that tells us that when I complete my matric, it's either I'm going to work or I'm going to study. So in Transnet, we have all those opportunities. You decide whether we want to train you as an apprentice so that you can go out and do your own company there and make sure you serve the community. Otherwise, if there is an opportunity for you to get in through a job opportunity, we have that. But before, when we were human resources, we were receiving applications up to 15,000, 20,000. However, because we are now getting to the systematic system, the system gets to decide. It depends on how you put your CV. If you put it, you cannot apply for all the positions with one CV. You need to understand the advert and see what are the requirements. So once you do that, you need to craft your CV so that the system can identify you. So nowadays, we depend on the system to identify the job requirement as it is done on the system. Then we shortlist, then we call you for interview so that you can see, everything is not done on the system. We need to talk to you so you can tell us the truth about you. So I'm having the ladies who are two. These are the specialists in HR. So they will take you through as to how you register, how you see the vacancies, according to what we have indicated on the system. The vacancies, when they are available, they will click on your phone. I love the system nowadays. You don't need to go to the computer rooms or computer section. You sit at home, you check what is available for you, you apply, you attach whatever that you have, and the system will tell us whether you're a suitable candidate or not. So the system, she's going to take you through on the system. Her name is Judith. She will be assisted by Deliswa to take you through on it. So you can look at the screen and you know, need to send Dala. It's difficult for me to see. But anyway, focus. Thank you. Over to you.
All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Judith. I'm from TE, Transport Engineering here in Sport, from People Management Department. We are the one who are recruiting. So those with smartphone, I hear that there is access to Wi-Fi here. You can log in so that the demo you can practice along. But if you've got issues, because after this we will be staying outside, we can help you one-on-one. So don't panic. I'll start now. Those with smartphone, you can Google www.transnet.net. That's our Transnet website. So I will just do the same from my side as you are doing the same on your cell phones. It's .net at the end, don't forget. Won't go through. Just be patient. The network is a bit spook, I believe, but it's going through.
Good morning once more, as Judith has indicated, www.transnet.net. We want to emphasize anything that does not have the net at the end is not Transnet. That one will be a scam. So please, you must know that where you are logging your details into, because you don't want to find out that you are clicking something that is not for Transnet, the one that you know, okay?
Have you managed to get through those circles? Oh, my network here is acting out. Yeah, we'll use the Wi-Fi. It's not our fault, it's not our network, it's there. That's why they're talking about it.
All what we are trying to do for now is to register, which is an initial stage, to be able to view the vacancies, to apply, through having the password and the username. So for now, we start by registering. And it's not going to be an overnight thing that you get the password and username, okay? We're just starting by registering, and then you receive your username and password. Then later, you are able to use them to access the system and be able to apply. All right?
As you can see, it's coming by this version. But those who manage to get in, on the far right, there is a 3 arrow there. You just click there. You will see about us, our divisions. Down there it says careers. You can just click career, a career with Transnet. It will take you through to a new site of career with Transnet. Are you winning there? Yes. Those who are winning, you scroll down there. You're gonna see where it says create a profile. So where it says create a profile. You can click create profile. So it's gonna show you some fields that needs to be filled. It says first name, last name, your email address, confirm email address, your phone number, and you need to create a password. So passwords here at the top there, they gave you the directive to say your password must contain at least one special character. Password must be between 12 to 20 characters. But to ensure that whatever you're using, you will remember next time. Ne? So that's how you create your profile. And you're gonna click the box saying, checking the box to agree to our terms and services. So you need to click that. And you click create profile after that. So your profile will be created. You are winning. You saw it. All right. If you are not creating a profile, you can just go through for now to check the available vacancies. You will see a tab there that says job search. Ne? You see where it says create profile. Next, it says sign in. Below that, it says job search. So when you click the job search, it's going to show you all the available vacancies externally. So if you qualify for those positions, you will be able to apply. We've got a pipeman, we've got a senior specialist, we've got an intern in Saldanha. So every day we're having new vacancies that are posted. So you can check every day for vacancies that are posted that you qualified for. So you can click one vacancy there, it will show you the details and the requirements. At the end of it, it will say apply now. If you don't want to apply, maybe you want to share with someone, you can click the share button next to it. You can share with your friend or your family members. So after you have created a profile, next time you come in here, you're gonna click sign in because now already you've got a profile. So the email address that you have created initially and the password, you're gonna be using those to sign in. Every time you come in, you just email and the password and you'll be in the system to apply. So you will even be able to attach your CV when you are applying. When you create your profile, you will attach your CV. So ensure that you scan your CV to have it in your cell phone so that you'll be able to upload it. Ne? I think that's all. Unfortunately, the system in this laptop didn't allow me, but those who are following, it's just straight like that as I've been explaining, but we will be helping those who need one-on-one after this session. Thank you.
One more thing that is important, make sure that you open your account at least 3 times a day. Otherwise, your password and username will expire. And that is going to be a problem why you'll keep on registering 5 times. Because you won't be able to access the system even if you have a username and password. It would be because it has expired. So to avoid that, keep your account active. Thank you. I think this is one of the important things that one of my colleagues has reminded me of, colleagues. There is no charges in the account, no payment required. No one will demand you money to apply. For you is to get into the system, apply for the position you find yourself suitable for. No bills required, please. Colleagues, nobody is going to be at the gate and ask for Judith and Diliswa for the 200 rand that you have paid, please. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, people management. Thank you, HR. Anibadali muntu. You don't pay anyone. Niyathanda nani ukuskenywa? You take your Capitec mother, your last money, you give someone else. Please don't do this to yourself. Don't be a victim of being scammed. Guys, there's no job that's ubadalwayo. Please, ne? Okay, next we're gonna do academy. Are you ready, Sis Lindy?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lindelwa, the surname is Pato, and I am a Learning and Performance Integration Specialist within the Transnet Academy. Just a brief background on the Academy, colleagues. Some of you might be aware that previously Transnet used to have several schools of excellence which are located all over the country. So in 2021, a strategic decision was taken to merge those schools of excellence under the umbrella of the Transnet Academy. So hence we are here today. So the Transnet Academy comprises of 4 faculties, colleagues. And before I get into how you access information regarding what the Academy is offering, I'd also like to touch on what Mrs. Esther mentioned. And this is to, I'm not going to focus on youth and Dala, as you put Andile. Mine is to youth young, to the young youth. We all have different needs and plans with our lives. Mine cannot be similar to Esther's, cannot be similar to Kuseleto's. However, one common thing amongst all of us is that we need to be intentional about our needs. We need to actively prepare ourselves to buy that car that we want to drive, or prepare ourselves for that career that we want. And that is where the Transnet Academy fits into this puzzle. So, colleagues, as with any institution of higher learning, by the way, we are quality assured by the QCTO, the Quality Council for Trades and Occupations. We are not a fly-by-night, colleagues. The QCTO is one of the 3 quality councils within the South African learning and education sphere. You've got Umalusi for your grade 12s, you've got the Council of Higher Education for universities, and us, because we offer workplace learning, we are quality assured by the Quality Council for Trades and Occupations, that is the QCTO. So anything outside that, do not associate it with us. We are a credible training provider. So, ladies and gentlemen, to access our website, you use the same pathway that Sis Judith and Jidiswa were using. You need to go back and log on to www.transnet.net, and this will be the landing page when you log on. And once you log on to the Transnet website, you will go to the top right corner. There's 3 lines there. I'm not sure if there's anybody who has tried to log on, so that perhaps we can walk through it together. Unfortunately, the network is a bit slow. I would do it on my computer with you. So once you go to the top right corner, there's 3 lines there. You click on those lines and a drop down will appear. Look for Transnet Academy there. And I'm not sure if you can see on the screen, you've got careers, you've got media, and then you've got Transnet Academy. So, ladies and gentlemen, before you even think of coming to work in Transnet, you need to first understand what is available on offer in Transnet. So this is where you'll find all that information. If you do not want to study, you want to sell something to Transnet, you want to buy from Transnet, whatever the case may be, you still need to go back into the website and understand what is on offer. As I was mentioning the Quality Council, as with any institution of learning, there are minimum requirements that you need to meet before you can be part of Transnet. So colleagues, you cannot wake up one day and decide that today I want to be an apprentice without preparing yourself. What you need to do is you need to go into the Transnet website, get into the Transnet Academy page, and that is where you're going to find the information that you require. And what we're offering opportunities for youth from the university side. We offer opportunities for youth from the, apologies colleagues, we offer opportunities for youth from the university streams. We offer opportunities for TVET colleges. We offer opportunities for work exposure. So whatever you need to first go into the Transnet Academy page and position yourself. That is where you will also see what are the minimum requirements for you to meet either the work integrated learning component, whether the apprenticeship, or if you want to be a young professional in training, which is what we offer to the youth that have gone to university and they need the workplace exposure or work experience for them to be able to qualify for jobs. And as Mrs. Ndeliso has mentioned, we do not accept bribes, colleagues. If you apply and somebody says, pay me, pick up that phone and call the fraud line. It is mahala, mahala. You don't pay for it. So once it involves payment, you're going to be scammed. Okay. And then just to also emphasize on what we are offering as the academy. I've mentioned that we've got 4 faculties. We've got the Faculty of Engineering and Pipelines, which is offering training for apprentices. If you see yourself as an artisan, that is where you need to go. Log on to the website, go into the Faculty of Engineering and Pipelines page. That is where you will find prerequisites for apprenticeships. We also have the Faculty of Rail. That is where training for train drivers, yard officials, the guys you see fixing the railway lines in orange overalls, those are the ones that you will find under the Faculty of Rail. But you still need to go into their page and understand what is required. You are not going to wake up one day and say, I want to be a train driver. Because being a train driver is the same as being a pilot. You need to have a certain level of mathematics and science for you to qualify perhaps, but you first need to prepare yourself for any of the opportunities. We also have full-time bursaries that we offer. And everything is available on the website. So our opportunities are advertised on the same platform that Mrs. Judith and Mrs. Ndeliso were demonstrating to us. It is then upon each and every one of you to frequently log on to the Transnet website. Go through the available opportunities because you've got your job positions or permanent jobs or temporary jobs advertised there. Your training opportunities are also listed there. So you need to frequently go into the Transnet website, find something that is suitable for you. I think the last thing I can say to everyone is that without proper planning, you are just setting yourself up for failure. So if you intend or you envisage or you see yourself anywhere in Transnet, start there by the faculty and understand what is required. And having said that, I'd like to then thank everyone for this opportunity.
Thank you, Academy. We work as a team, so the program director is needed quickly somewhere else, so I'll just continue. Thank you so much, Academy. I think I'm excited by the fact that this is real time. You know, you guys are digital. youth or Indala, whatever it's called, I'm not sure, but it's amazing because we didn't want to print. So what I'm saying now, as I see you guys, following, listening, going through this, and this is amazing. Right now, the next one is going to be the procurement team. Procurement is supply chain management in terms of those who want to do business, because not all of us obviously go to school or training or employment. Some of us want to be, on our own. I mean, the DJ, we had to request a DJ from the community so that by the time he's done, now he's aware, okay, I can become a supplier one day. So they are going to share two things with us. One is from a supply point of view, so that should you want to be a supplier to translate whole what you need, and also should you want, like a DJ, he's a small, medium, one day to grow, they will share with you how the transit can develop you. Tembi, please, if you could come through.
Ayeye youth, ayeye. Ayeye youth, ayeye. Awungeka niso. Ayeye youth, ayeye. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, as Mrs. Zota has said, my name is Tembi Patha, and I'm within a department called BBE and Localization, that is Supply Development. And we are focusing on assisting small and medium suppliers, and also the emerging suppliers, and those that want to join a Transnet as the new suppliers. So before I go on our website as to how you register to be part of our suppliers, I just want to go through some things. So for example, when we have the big suppliers that are called the OEMs, that's the original equipment manufacturers. So we encourage those that have footprints, which they utilize the suppliers that are within the communities. And also when we go out on tenders, we also indicate which we want to target the suppliers that are within the communities. So now when you are completing the RFP document or the RFQ document, you need to also look where there is the specific goals. What is it that we indicated there, so that you ensure you also put or you include the supporting documents for that. Now, for example, when we are saying on the specific goals, we are targeting the youth, you need to make sure you attach your ID copies that are certified. And if we have indicated that we are looking for the suppliers that are within the community, you need to make sure that you also provide us with the supporting documents that are ensuring you are indeed part of that local community. And also, for example, if we are saying we are targeting people living with disabilities, you need to also ensure to include the doctor's note that proves that you are indeed living with the disability. So now I want us to go through the website now on how to register how are you going to now get those opportunities that we advertise on our portal. Remember, we are going digital, so nathi asifuna ukusala ngemuva, we are moving with the flow. So the website is https. Now let's go online. They have the access to internet. So let's go online so that you can go with me. So the website is https, and then there's a colon, and then // and then it's Transnet eTenders with an S azurewebsites.net. So you let me know if you have logged in. So it's https://transnet-etenders.azurewebsites.net. So are we in? Are we in? Good. Okay. So you will land on a page like this one on the screen. Ne? Okay. And then you go on register. And then you land on a screen like this. Ne? And then you click on sign up now. Okay? And then you put in your email address. I'm going to put in my email address. Look by school now. Okay, I'm going to put in my email address. Transnet.net. Okay, so once you've clicked, once you've entered your email address, and then you click send verification code, because this verification code is the one that you're going to use on the next page or on the next slide. So you're going to receive the verification code. Let's hope I'm going to get the verification code now. Okay, did you receive the verification code? Good, okay. I've also received mine, so I'm now entering my verification code. 976. Right now. Okay, and then we verify the code. Okay. So now it says email address verified. You can now continue. And then if you like, you can put in, okay, now we can put in the password. I'm not going to use this one because I might forget it. So let us put something that will be easier to forget. Make sure it is case sensitive. And also it will indicate whether your password is weak or is strong. Right now what I've put there, as you can see, when I put one alphabet, it just says my password is weak. So make sure that your password is strong, and also it is something that you will be able to remember. So, easy. Okay. Now I have to confirm my password. Okay. So now I have to make sure that I complete every information. So this one, this next box here, it says given name. So this given name, you can put any name, and I can And then the organization name, it will be your company name. So testing, just put test one. And then your surname. So now we are putting all our details, okay? And then your CSD number. Remember, when you are registered, you must make sure that you also register on CSD. You know that as the government entity, we have to do business that, with suppliers that are registered on CSD. So it is very vital that you are registered on CSD. Okay, then we put in the CSD. Big. Okay, and then you put in your company registration number. You're just testing. You can put any number here, but you'll put your registration number, and then put in your region where you are based, the country. So we are in South Africa. Okay. So the secondary email address, it's up to you. Do you want to put the secondary email address or you don't want to? So if you don't want to put the secondary email address, you can move on. The province, we are in Gauteng. Then street address, you can put in your street address, postal code. Okay, that is the display name. It is the name that you will see when the portal is welcoming you now when you have registered. So if Busiso, put in your Busiso, welcomes Busiso, and then now we've completed the registration part, and then you click create. So remember, I said when you put in the name, it will welcome, it will say welcome and then put in your name. So now once you've created, you will land on this page. So are we on the same page? If you were going with me, you will land on this page. Okay, so now you can come on the advertised tenders, so you are able to see ukuthi imaphi tenders that we have advertised, and then you'll be able to see. Now for this exercise, I'm using the demo portal, but when on your side, you'll be seeing the live tenders that are currently out. Ne? So let us go on one. I'm just making a practical example here. So let's say you look into the tenders that are out, and then you see there's
one that is of your interest that you want to bid for, and then you can click on view details
so that it can show you all the information. And then if you are interested in that tender or in that RFP, you have to click on this part, this button here. this button here that says log and intend to bid. Now, what's nice about this thing, Uguti, even if you are at the beach or you are at the mall or you are wherever lying on your bed at your cell phone, you'll be able to go online and just check, because everything is digital. You get into the live portal, you check which RFP or which tenders are advertised. If you see anything that you are interested in, you can log an intent to bid, and then you submit an intent name, and then now it will register what you've logged in an intent to bid. So you can go back when you have time to now go into that RFP so that you can complete the document and then submit it. Now, one more important thing is that don't wait till the last minute to do this, because by the time it is closed, the RFP is closing, the system will be flooded and you won't be able to submit on time. We have made it so easier for you guys that it is digital. Before, people had to submit the tender document. Imagine the bid is closing at 10 o'clock, and when U10 actually use 18, and you can't even submit on time because U10 actually before you even reach the tender box. So now it's easier that it is digital. You can do it at any time on the comfort of at the comfort of your home, but just make sure it is within it is before the closing time. So now we come here to check what are your submitted intents. So now, because I've picked only one, I have my submitted intent here. This is a tender that I'm interested at, that I want to tender for. Now we go in, and then remember you have the documents. You complete your document, and then you can save it on your desktop or whatever. And then now, let's say you have any questions, you can click here where it says ask for clarity, and you put in your questions that you have, and then you submit all the questions that you have. At times, you might find that there are other frequently asked questions. So you can see maybe there was this question that was asked. You can also look for the responses. Maybe you will have the response by then. Okay, let's go back, and then you complete your document, and then you submit the tender. So now, when you submit your tender, you will land on this page. So you have the first warning sign. It indicates that duplicate documents are not permitted. What does that mean? It means when you are saving your documents, make sure each and every document that you have saved has a unique name, so you don't duplicate it. For example, you'll have your tender document, you'll have your mandatory document, you'll have your essential document. So every document must be must have its own unique name, and it mustn't be duplicated. Okay, and then now we want to submit. You then choose the file, and then you can go here. Okay, so these are my documents that I want to attach. So you click the first document and say you open, and then you upload the document. It will show on the right, ne? So we have it here on the right, and then you can click your next document that you want to attach. You click
the document that you want to attach, and then you click open, and then you click upload. Ne? So here they appear on your right, ne? And then you submit the bid. So now, did you see what happened when I submitted? It said your bid has been submitted successfully. So now, when you want to see ukuthi indeed your bid was submitted, you click here on my bid document submissions. Here is the bid document, it was submitted. And then our procurement team will see your bid that you have completed. Then if you are successful, you are awarded, we then register you on our database. How easy is that? That's all. How easy is that? It's very simple, ne? Okay, yeah, so that was my work. My work is done, so can I go now? Thank you.
How easy is that? So please do not say, yeah, you don't give us jobs. Kiddo, how easy is that? That's it, yeah? I'm not going to come back here about this thing, guys, but I like what I'm saying. When we all do it together, we all learn. I'm not going to waste the time. There's Morudi, who is going to take you through, guys, about from the property point of view. Transnet has got all these buildings that they're not using, and then they are now rented by foreigners. They have actually launched a new procedure, a process that you need to see, so that in your corner, you may want to probably lease and become a leaser. So Lisa, rent further, whatever it is. At least it's going to show you, good, okay, guys, this is where the information sits. Please use it, ne? So that, because if you're going to come back, kiddo, hey, I'm going to say, have you gone through the portal? Umrudi is going to go through that. Umrudi, let me know when you're ready. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As mentioned, my name is Morudi Petla. I'm from Transnet Property. I know it's cold today. I want to see a perish, all of us. But I'm going to try and be quick. But please note, there's going to be a presentation. I'm going to take you guys through who we are as Transnet Property at a high level in terms of the northern region, which represents the Tshwane space, right? Tshwane, Limpopo, Northwest, and Mpumalanga, right? And then I'll take you through a leasing process that we have in terms of when you identify a property that you are interested in renting out on our end, who to contact and what steps are followed, etc., right? Then when we are outside, I'll be joined by my colleagues by our gazebo there. There's a QR code that we have on our phone that will send you directly to the website. And there's also a video that we'll share with you guys that explains the process when you are undertaking it on the website itself, right? So without further ado, colleagues, I know it's a little bit difficult to see, but let me just take you through this meet the team slide, right? It's a little bit difficult to see. If you want the presentation, I think this is what we'll also share with you when we are outside. Right, so meet the team. The northern region, as I've mentioned, it consists of the following provinces, which is Tshwane, Mpumalanga, Northwest, and Limpopo, right? We do operate, obviously, as Transnet Property nationally, right? We do have teams in KZN, Western Cape, Eastern Cape, etc., right? But however, today, because we had planned for this particular sitting, I'll be introducing you to some of the colleagues that are managing and leading the northern region in terms of Transnet Property. We've got our regional head, his name is JP Benkele. Unfortunately, he's not here. He might join us later during the expos. And we are also joined with the Property Management Department. The Property Management Department is basically responsible for all the property management of all the buildings that we have, that we manage. They are basically all our managers in terms of property. We have property managers in charge from finance, leasing, etc. They are the voice of the property itself. So these are the people that you go to when you lease the property out to query in terms of any issues that you may have, right? So they're led by Mr. Josiah Records, so he's with us, he's at the back there. You'll see him during the expo outside. We've got their contact details and their emails also on this slide. He's got his own team that consists of 4 property managers and 4 building supervisors. Some of them are here. And then in terms of leasing, now the leasing department is the department that's responsible for letting the buildings out, right? So you need somebody that's going to be physically on a day-to-day basis trying to lease our vacant properties, right? So that's different. There's a process that you follow in terms of when you're interested in leasing a building with us, which we're going to go through. They are led by Mr. Sfiso Muriha. He's not here with us. However, he did send his team and representatives from his team. And then at the very bottom there, we've got what we call the key accounts department. They are led by Ms. Meja Mabelo. She is here with us also. However, what the key accounts department is responsible for, right? They are basically the account managers and relationship managers between ourselves and our sister ODs, right? So what you will find is that as Transnet Property, we are also responsible for the management of properties that Transnet itself utilizes to carry out their operations. So Kukulu Sport, for example, Kilner Park, where Transnet Engineering was at Kilner Park, but I think they moved now. We would be responsible for managing that particular building, right? So can we go to the next page, please? Thank you very much. Right, so the step, it's a 9-step process, and this is when you identify a property on your own. So it's an unsolicited bid. So it starts off with step 1, where you identify and advertise a property. So you will find, how do you find that property? Sometimes you will go, I always say this, almost any property that is next to a rail line, best believe most likely belongs to Transnet, right? Maybe shared with Crosser time and again, right? So if you identify a property that has a to-let board or anything and has contact details there, you start off by contacting us. Once that is done, is that you will then send an unsolicited request on the identified property to tp_leasing@transnet.net, right? But in relations to Pretoria, you will send also that email address to Meja Mabelo or Alfred Mutlafatsi, who is also here. They are responsible for Tshwane, right? And you mentioned that you are interested in renting this particular property out. Then step 3, we will then do a client request application, where we will share an application form back with you in relation to the property that you are interested in, after we have verified that it is our property itself. And then we will then take you through the application process itself, what needs to be on the application, what you need to send back to us, right? We will take, once you have sent us back the documents, we will then gather your documents and we will go through a vetting process internally, right? What I mean a vetting process is that as you apply as a tenant or you apply as an individual, we need to then vet and verify you as an individual. We will look at your credit score, etc. Because you are letting the property for business, you're going to be paying us rental for that. So we're going to go take you through the processes internally, ensure that you are a potential tenant that can potentially pay rent with us, etc. And once that comes back on our end, we will then start the process of negotiating an offer for lease, right? Now the offer for lease process is also then guided by internal processes on our end, where we do the evaluation of the property that you are interested in, what you want to utilize it for, etc. And that particular proposal that you have submitted with us with your application form will get presented internally to what we call a deals committee. That deals committee is what's going to then decide whether your proposal to rent the property has been approved or not. Once it gets approved at deal committee stage, then we get the approval as Transnet Property Northern Region to go ahead with the deal, and then we come back and get in contact with you to say we are ready to make this particular deal happen with you. Right. So that is just an appreciation of this process that is over here, right? Now, in the very same breath, we do have properties that may have not been utilized for a very long time on our end, and we don't have a fit for use for them at this purpose. So if you are a community NPO that would be interested in maybe utilizing that space at no cost, you can still follow the same process, right? But we will engage you in terms of what the possibilities are, or if on that particular property, in terms of utilizing it for NPO purposes, which means potentially rental would not be charged on that. But we do this in partnership with Transnet Foundation, right? So those are details that we can get into as and when we get a proposal of that nature, right? So colleagues, that is the end of my presentation. On the website itself, I could quickly just show you guys how to get to our website and see some of the vacant properties that we have on our end. So I'm just going to do that now. So let me just... So as you're aware, the Transnet website, as colleagues have been presenting, is one website that we all go on to. So you will log on to the website, and then you will, on our divisions, you'll move down to Transnet Property. It will send you directly to our sub-page, as you can see there. And then the first item will be our properties, which you can then click on, right? When you get to this page, it's got all the properties that we've listed in Eastern Cape, inland. The inland region consists of Johannesburg, Bloemfontein, and Northern Cape, right? KZN, Northern region, that being us, you can click on that and it will then showcase all the properties that we have listed here. Now, this is an ever-changing website in terms of the properties, because you know that somebody will inquire, whether they inquire through the website or they will inquire through a leasing manager. And once we let a property, it will be removed from this particular website. So we try and update this at least on a weekly or bi-weekly basis with different properties every time. And all the regions nationally also follow the same process. You can view the details of the property. It will give you a description of where the property is, and if there's any additional information, ETC and all the type of zoning and so on. So this is information, so you can, even if you're interested in a property in KZN, this is where you'll be able to see it. And the contact details will be here in terms of getting in touch with the team. If you click on the email, it should open up for you to be able to then send an email to that particular email address that is showcased over there. So in a nutshell, a very simple process. It's not complicated. Go back to the website and engage with those properties there. If there is a property that might not be on the website, but you know that belongs to property, then you can get in touch with our colleagues as per the guided presentation that we just showed. But yes, please do come to our stall during the expo so that we can send you guys the video that takes you through the leasing process, and also gives you the QR code that takes you directly to the website. All right, that's done. Thank you very much, please. Thank you. Thanks, Otto.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I think from an educational point of view, this is it. You have heard from HR how to apply for jobs. No? And the beauty about it is in the same portal. So you do employment, and then on vacancies, I think, or careers, and then you move to procurement, and you move to faculty of the academy rather, and then there's also property. Visit transnet.net, because maybe we did not bring everybody. You will find wealth of data, wealth of literature of information. Use it, guys. Because you guys are young, because you guys are digital, If you're not, please be savvy. It is your fault. Amachumako, they are going to leave you behind. One of those days. That is why we deliberately did not bring pamphlets, because this data is real. You know, if you look at employment, for example, by the time you log in, the positions that are probably sitting here would have been filled, so they're going to be different. If you look at procurement, the same thing. The tenders or bids that are there would probably have been issued or closed. So from that angle, please make sure. Omo already spoke about QR code, which reminded me. His is for you guys to get to the process. We are printing now. We almost forgot. Thanks, Murudi. Ours is very easy. We have brought gifts for you. Ne? But for you to get the gift, you have to QR, because we want you guys to follow us in the social media. Ne? We receive, we give back. Ne? So that you don't get confused. Hey, I don't want to hear, but it's not in the newspaper. Follow us, you'll see the amount of information is there. Sure. So I am going to call our partners, Doc, if you could come through. Doc is from our labor. You know, in every organization, you're going to find, they call us management, and but they are partners in labor. We invited them obviously because, you know, they form part of us from a collective point of view, and you know, so that he reinforces or says something to this thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Zoto. Manda, we too. Yeah, like already introduced, my name is Dr. Kama, Satao Regional Chairperson for KDS region. I was in line with the recognition agreement that we have with our employees, of which is TrustNet, is to monitor compliance. And I can really say with all the departments that have done the presentation here, everything was on par. So we are like a compliance officers in TrustNet. So I like to say to the community of this area, of which today is about you, especially the youth. You're the ones who started this initiative, of which it has led to TrustNet to adhere to the call that we've made. As center managers alluded already, this thing is not only happening here in Tshwane, also in Germiston and Bloemfontein, but it has started here. So you need to applaud for yourself to start this initiative. Manda. No, I won't take too long. So I would just want to say to the youth, I'm glad Kuti predominate here in this world, Siwana youth, not the youth that are like us, like they've been saying. Just to encourage youth Kuti to take these opportunities that has been presented. We're living in the 4th industrial revolution, so you need to also be serious with yourselves, because you are here. We are the future generation of this country. This initiative is not only about the community here or about the TrustNet, it's for this country. As you know, the environment and the situation that we are in at this country is upon the youth of this country to take this country forward. Amanda, youth family, yeah, I hope Kuti ne youth. Yeah, in 1976, where they are, those who are still alive, they are appreciating the efforts that have been put today. Thank you.
You give any politician or labor an opportunity, I tell you, they take over. But I think so far so good. I think to close now, I'm going to call Excellence Babumsweni, who is representing the community, so that he does a vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, Program Director. My name is Excellent Kido Jabum Tsweni. I'm one of the Ward Committee members responsible for economic development and spatial planning in Ward 52. I'm accompanied by Kagiso Nare. She is responsible for environmental management. We work closely with the councillor. We try to assist where we can assist. As Mr. Ndamase has already alluded, this program today is informed by our ongoing engagements with Transnet, because we felt that we've been staying here for a very long time. Once upon a time, we were part of the youth. Now we have jumped to the other side. We are now youth in Dala. And we are still unemployed. Councillor, I wish I could share the same sentiments, that Transnet is your home. To all of us here from the community, Transnet is not our home, because we have not been getting employment from Transnet. We have not been getting business opportunities from Transnet. This is why we went to them, and we are really humbled by their presence today. It's a commitment which they've shown from the first day that we met with them. So this is part of the response, and I emphasize part of the response, because getting the information, we are obviously going to use the information. But getting the information is not enough. Because we told Transnet, Uguti, as a community, we have experienced a clear and visible pattern of exclusion from meaningful economic participation at Transnet. And that exclusion must come to an end. We are not fighting with anyone. We are not dictating to anyone as to how they should do their jobs. But if there is a certain community that feels excluded from your day-to-day operations, then it means there is something which you are doing wrong. We are pleading with you to check all your systems, because there is always a human element in all of these systems. We have been applying at Transnet from the time when we used to put in CVs. We did not find employment. We are trying now the digital way. We are still sitting at home. So we are saying to Transnet, please consider our community. And I'm not sure, but I think part of the reason why Transnet is excluding us is because they think in their mind that this is a suburban area. Pre-1994, it was like that. But we are glad that Transnet is here today so that they can see the material conditions on the ground, which is indala, the poverty, yanyiwa. So, Transnet, we are pleading with you to say, moving forward, please consider our community in terms of employment, in terms of job opportunities, and we are also pleading with your ESD department to come down to the community, because there are young people who aspire to be entrepreneurs. Some do have businesses who are registered, they are fully compliant. Some businesses are not compliant, some do not have businesses at all, but they are interested in doing business with Transnet. So, as a community, we say thank you to, firstly, our councillor. We appreciate your presence here, councillor. We thank the Transnet team who has made this program a success. And we thank all of you from our community who has attended this particular program. I do not want to say much because we have already deposited our issues to Transnet. As I've said, this is part of their response, but we believe that we are going to forge a good relationship with them moving forward, because we are really tired of sitting at home. Sikhathele ukuhlala ekhaya city siyacela ukuthi nisivulele iminyango eTransnet. We are not going to be afraid to say we are poor and we want to change our lives, and you as Transnet have that power to change some of our lives. So we thank you very much for your presence here today. We thank you for all your efforts. Siyabonga DJ, siyabonga sister o preparela ama guest wethu ukudla. Siyabonga Kagiso, keep on fighting my sister, this community still needs you. Siyabonga Councillor, thank you to everyone. I will end there, thank you very much.
I'm glad he said Dala because Dala didn't have information. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got access to information. Use it to your advantage so that Dala did not have the technologies, okay? But I think on that note, we appreciate, we thank you. You guys have been such an amazing audience. But what is important is that not the planning, is the execution. From here, please execute, even if it means, because I mean, you have a free Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi. So even if it means now that you know, which is transnet.net, visit it. But the beauty about everything, Kim, is that it's not just Transnet. Use the same procedure to other companies. We are engaging with Councillor, which is, as we continue, we will come back with other companies that operate so that you don't have just a view. We can only do so much. So that you have a view of, wow, the landscape is actually cut across. I have said I've got gifts for you, and they are outside. I'm glad they've arrived. I'm sorry, guys, this thing took long. I said 10 to 12 because I thought it would be done, but I then realized that because it was a simulated where you guys were doing, we can't stop that. So you only get the gift when you QR code. And when you QR code, it's going to ask you follow, you say yes. Ne? So I'm going to request that we queue. I know it sounds like a funeral, but it's the only orderly way we can do this. And it's for the youth. Sorry, this front row, you then Dala, no. And the next row, no, yeah. So youth, please, I think we can start right here. And by the way, outside there's gazebos. The information that you got, we're not opening up for questions here. Gazebos, please go and find out more. You know, if you happen to be like me, I'm not techno-savvy, I probably don't have a phone, because you need a phone to get, just ask because we're opening that. So engage, take full advantage. I always say like a dry sponge. You know, when a dry sponge sees water, it goes, So do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. There's more outside, but can I ask from outside, from the back, guys, please, in a very orderly manner. You know, now that I've mentioned gifts, I'm told outside, people who are not even here, there's already a stampede. I don't know how, but so I'm like, okay, they've missed out. You guys are priority. So let's do that. Happy Youth Month to all of you, by the way. I'm told that there were technicalities with the sound, so it's not streamed live, but we will definitely put it out there. That's why you need to follow us. Thank you very much.